Okay. Oh, that actually turned out a little better than what I thought it would. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. And I was wondering why couldn't I get online, and yeah, I was pressing the number 8 key when I was supposed to press the number 9 key because I have it set to number 9 key. This is what happens when you don't think things through properly and you're nervous for some odd reason. But yeah, thank you people for joining. Yeah, so if you don't know who I am, I'm pretty sure majority of you don't. But yeah, my name is Matthew and I am a aspiring novelist. So yeah, my primary trade is PC repair, gaming, as well as screenplay writing. I primarily do screenplay writing, but yeah, I'm dabbling in writing my first novel, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable because I keep on starting and I keep on stopping and I never finished. So like this is the one I'm currently trying to start now. So Ashes of Heavenly Love. Yes, that's just a work in progress title. um I did actually start a little bit. So like I do have like 6 pages of the first chapter. I started writing last month and then I got sidetracked and then I stopped. But like just to show you how my ADHD process, like look at this. One, two, three, four, like five, six. These two are actually short stories, which I actually did complete. These I actually turned into audibles for my Spotify actually. So I do have a Spotify um podcast. Well, not really podcast, but I have a Spotify called Echoes of the Dam, and it's more of like a visual, more of an audio storytelling where basically it's kind of like a audio form of like Tales from the Crypts, but like a short stories. So this one's episode 1, this one's episode 2. I'm writing episode 3. But yeah, like this one was my big one. So for Love for Vengeance, this was my original drafts. So these are my original drafts. I did all the way back in like 2015, 2023. I lost the first 5 chapters, which kind of sucks. But like got all the way down to like episode 41, and this was like the original draft, which I believe has the first 4 chapters. And then I did not like the way I was going with it, so then I started rewriting it, and this is what I rewrote now. I stopped in August um writing this because I kind of got bummed out and I kind of just lost like inspiration. And then one night I got this crazy dream, and then I was talking with another author, and she actually recommended that maybe I should take a break and try out this new story. So I'm taking her advice, and I'm hoping that this one will be the one that I complete, and maybe I'll go back to like this one and hopefully finish this one. So I'm taking her advice, and maybe if I actually finish, I could finish this one because this one is like a vampire story, which I started during the height of the vampire craze, but when everybody was into vampires and like the Vampire Diaries and all that stuff, that's when I started writing that one. But yeah, this one is this one's interesting because it's like yes, it's supernatural, but it has a love story in it. So let's like open it up really quick. Wow. So I started writing this in October. I have something on my screen here. Yeah. God, I gotta clean my screen. I really gotta clean my screen. I have to buy like I do have a monitor cleaner somewhere. Um, you just need like regular water. You don't really need nothing to clean it. Like I do have regular. See, here it is. See, here it is. There you go. trying to. Jesus, my home monitor is like. All right, there you go. There you go. But yeah, so this one is quite interesting. So I got this idea from. If you guys don't know, I am a huge rock fan. I'm a huge rock nerd. I love rock and heavy metal. And I was listening to 30 Seconds to Mars, and they have this song called City of Angels. It's a song about Los Angeles, and that's where I got this idea from. I was listening to them. And the whole time I was writing this, I actually got somebody's texting me at this time. Put that on mute. Yeah. So the whole time I was listening to 30 Seconds to Mars, City of Angels. If you haven't heard that song, it's a great song. It's a very long song, and they have like these little interviews of like different celebrities and stuff like that, and they're all talking about Los Angeles and how much they love the city and stuff like that. So I got really inspired by that song, and I just like dove into this. So like I dove into this hard, really like I think I was like brainstorming and writing for like 4 hours, and then I kind of condensed it, and like this is what I got really. So newsflash, this is just the first draft. So yeah, i'm not com- I'm actually not complete with this yet. I don't know where I want to take this first chapter. So like right here it says chapter 1, City of Angels, and it says, so I want to start each chapter. I think it's really cool, um because I think I got this from like the Vampire Diaries, where each chapter was kind of like a diary entry. So I wanted this one to be kind of like a internal monologue. So the first paragraph of each chapter is sort of like an internal monologue of like the main characters. So this one is, I'm hesitant, but this is sort of like the main protagonist. This is the male protagonist. So it says the City of Angels, kind of fitting if you think about it. For me and many others, we see it as a city of lost souls. Men and women from all walks of life come here to find themselves, to make it big in Hollywood, to live the dream. Some do, many don't. Me? I'm just passing through, a wanderer searching for something or someone, if you want to be specific. But in a city designed to make people disappear, will I be able to find her? So I kind of got this brainstorm about this, right? Because, so like, yeah, people go to Los Angeles to kind of, to start over, become famous, reinvent themselves. Like, that's the whole thing about Los Angeles. It's the city of dreams, city of angels, the city of Hollywood. Everybody who goes to Los Angeles has that dream of being somebody else. So that's kind of what I wanted, the internal monologue. And then we go into it. So this one, I kind of was, because I wanted to, I guess, be explosive right off the bat. So I kind of, my first two paragraphs were like, God, how can I make this not boring? So I started writing again, and it said, so this is what I came up with. So I sort of wanted, I guess, cinematic overview, and I was looking at a lot of skyscrapers, a lot of images of like Los Angeles at actually nighttime and stuff like that. So yeah, so I wrote, the city can be clearly seen from the night sky, because there was this one image. I wish I saved it. I was doing like Google searches, and there was one image is a beautiful image of like Los Angeles and actually night, and all of the neon lights and all of the buildings. I don't know if it was real or not, but it was such a beautiful, gorgeous sight. I wish I could keep that picture so that way I could look at it more. But it said the city can be clearly seen from the night sky. Giant towering buildings, large areas draped in neon blue lights, blinding all the surrounding people pass by Los Angeles, the city of angels. But deep down in the parts people don't dare to speak, there's darkness, crime, blood, and flames of hell burn just as bright as the dreams of those who live in the city. This one I got because every everywhere there's, I think every major city, no matter how great it is, has like the dark side. Every city has like the poverty section where like they don't really want to show it, especially in like tourist cities like Las Vegas, Paris, France, LA, and stuff like that. They don't really want to highlight the poverty side because they don't want to detour, tourists and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I was heading at. Like, people, they only see the bright and beautiful, but they don't see the other side of the tracks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They don't really see that. So this was kind of like me hinting like, yeah, the city's beautiful, but there is a dark side, and there's this dark side that I really want to showcase. And then we go into the start of it. Jesus, this thing is like, there you go. I'm sorry, my ADHD sometimes gets me so hard. Like, I could see a speck of dirt and I'll just like, I have to like scrub it clean. It's it sucks. It sucks. This is why I always get sidetracked. This is why I never finish. But yeah. Um so this is where I really wanted to start. So this is where it kind of gets interesting because we start, this whole paragraph is basically a crime scene, basically. There's flames, women and children are trapped. The firefighters are desperately trying to kill the flames and save the poor souls outside. The news helicopter soars by as a limo drives by, delivering an inspiring couple to their destination. This one is actually funny. Um, this one, where's my mouse key? So this next paragraph was, I got the inspiration. So last month I was writing a screenplay for somebody. I was hired to do a screenplay. Um, and one of the things was it was an adaptation for a memoir. And one of the things was she was writing in her book about, she had these terrible dates. She had these terrible dates. They were hilarious, honestly. I feel so bad, but they were so like, sorry. There was this terrible dates. So I was like, you know what? As a sharp contrast, like, we're starting off in a crime scene, so let's start off with like light, something much lighter, and let's have a bad date, right? So in these next few paragraphs is literally just like a blind date, but a blind date gone bad. So like the limo arrives, it is LA. Limos, come on. It is LA. The greeter opens the door. I should put valet. Should I put valet? Greeter opens, right? I guess, should I put valet or should I put, right? So that's a good question. Like, should I put valet? Is it like, I guess I put greeter, but wouldn't it be more like a valet? God, I don't even know. Greeter. Like, I'm seriously worrying about, should it be valet or should it be greeter? You know what? No, I will put greeter. I'll leave it as greeter. I'm not gonna overthink this. I'm just gonna keep it at greeter, and maybe later I'll try to think about it later. Should I change it to like valet? God, this thing is like so much. And like, I cleaned my monitor. I cleaned my monitor the other day, and I see like specks of dirt. But yeah, um, ugh, greeter val. I'm gonna keep it at greeter. I'm gonna keep it at greeter. I'm not going to like stress about this. I'm gonna keep it as greeter. But yeah, the greeter opens the door to let the woman out. She's a beautiful woman in her early 20s with long blonde hair and small. So this is very interesting. So because I wanted my main character, I wanted her to be strong, but at the same time, I wanted her to be strong but also vulnerable. So I was like, what is the most vulnerable thing a person can have? And I just came up with a scar. A scar is like a symbol of like, something happened, like either a scar from surgery, something like it's a significant thing. And blonde, LA blondes. I mean, I don't think she's a LA native. I don't picture her a LA native, but I made her blonde anyway. Blue eyes, because that's like the typical blonde, blonde, blonde blue eyes. She wears an elegant black dress. I picked black because black just goes with anything, and I primarily wear black shirts because it's easier. It's easier to match with like my jeans and stuff like that. So she wears black a lot. For form fitting to highlight her tone body. Just trying to be visual, but at the same time, I guess blonde blue eyes can't really be anybody, so that's a specific thing. Um, but still, like, I guess, I, I guess you could like close your eyes and picture her as somebody else. So it doesn't really have to be blonde. But the reason I chose blonde was so I am a huge fan of this painter. His name is Luis Rojo. I believe he's from Spain. I think he's Spain. I think he's Spain Spanish. But like but he is a fantastic artist. He does I guess erotica paintings, I guess is the closest thing. Because they are not for children. They are very adult paintings and they are very beautiful. This is where I also got the romance angle, like like he draws and paints these beautiful photos of like demons and people together and angels and people together, and this very like it is very erotic, but it's also very beautiful too. At the same time. So going back, I'm sidetracking again. Um, but yeah, so her date waited outside for her, and Coley tried to grab her hand, show off the restaurant. It'll be dining tonight. Thinking he can impress her money, he drops a crisp 100 onto the greeter's hand and thanks him for his service. Quintessential, just pompous, just stuck up, because I was like LA. I was thinking like, music, mobile, movie producer, just the most egotistical person on this entire planet. And this is where I get the idea of like this is her date gone wrong. So she is in this blind date with the most egotistical guy on the planet. This one I try to just give a description of like the restaurant. This one was actually This one I got the idea of. I believe this is an actual restaurant in LA. I was looking at pictures of like hotels and restaurants and stuff like that, and there was this restaurant that looks almost exactly like what I was describing here. So this is an I believe this is an actual building, if I remember right. Because I started writing this in October, and we're like in mid-November, or late November, almost December. Yeah, Thanksgiving is on Friday, but yeah, so I believe this is an actual like restaurant. And just another thing, like he's snapping his fingers to like come on, like this is, I swear, the worst dates you could ever think of. Um, she showed a slight annoyance, but refrains from speaking out. So once again, it's like trying to I'm trying to create this very bad first date. Very bad first date. This is why I'm trying to like create this very bad first date. Her coworkers make fun of her, and this is why she gets the bad date. You know, she goes on these blind dates because her coworkers are making fun of her. They call her the Ice Queen because she's like, you know, she just, you know, she's not against men. She's just against a holes. You know, you know, she's looking for a good man. You know, and while some guys she's a lesbian, classic thing, right? If she hates men, she has to be lesbian or actually a bisexual. You know, I try to put that in there, you know, she doesn't harbor any secret feelings towards women. She's just, you know, she's just looking for the right man. So this is why she took the first date. But it's not going well. So this is why I'm trying to make this funny. And yeah, this is like just trying to make this the worst first date ever. So anybody who ever been on a worst first date, this is like the imagination of anybody trying to like whoever had a first bad first date. I think my first bad date was at an Olive Garden. Nothing like this, but um next found a this one this one because I wanted to highlight like this is a very expensive place. This is a place where she will never go to in a million years. It's just not part of it. Like, you know, one tablecloth might cost as much as her entire month's salary. You know, like that one tablecloth costs like 5 grand or something like that. And he's completely just oblivious. He's talking about board meetings, you know, everything like that. So he's literally just talking about himself this whole entire blind date. He's talking about himself. So, and she's just ignoring him. You know, she's just drinking her water, playing with her water glass, just ignoring him. She has this internal monologue that I wonder if anyone would mind if I just take out my gun out and pop him in the head. You know, classic thing because he's just being he's just being egotistical. You know, he's just being a complete like a hole. You know, this one, the waitress arrives. This is a real order, I believe. This is a real order from that actual restaurant. So I have no idea what this order is actually. Actually, I don't even know what a kenpachi is. Hold on. What is a kenpachi? There you go. Sushi. Kenpachi sushi. So it's almost like a sushi. Okay. At least I know what it is now. Okay, where were we? Yeah, kenpachi. And what's this one? Lobster. So they're having sushi and lobster. Not bad. Sushi and lobster. What restaurant serves sushi and lobster? Oh, and that was just for him because she'll have the salad. Like, just, uh, I don't know. I feel like I want to make him more obnoxious, but I'll keep it as it is. Maybe later. Caesar salad, just outside. This one just trying to make the dialogue that he's like this pompous prick, but not like overly doing it, just like trying to like I don't know, like because I don't know if I should make him more obnoxious because this is like very short because the story like progresses a lot quicker after this. But like, and of course the classic, have to go to the bathroom, classic to save yourself. And then the next paragraph, just more of the ranting that he does, talking about all the charities he goes to, all of that. And see, the phone rings. It's her job. And she quickly gets out of there. Duty calls. Don't worry about me. I'll grab a cab. Classic. I got this line. I think it was from the movie Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, where basically they both had the cell phone escape route where they're like, "Hey, call me in like 5 minutes and tell me if something, tell me an excuse so that way I could get out of there." Pachi yummy. Gilbert, Gilbert, you eat sushi, Gilbert? Oh, Gilbert eating sushi. Actually, wait, is there still like a sushi place here in Philly? Wait, do you know if that place in near actually on Philadelphia Mills, Franklin Mills Mall, there 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 used to be like a sushi place. I wonder if that's still open. Sounds yummy, but nah. you I I only had sushi once. I only had sushi. Actually, no, I had sushi twice. More than twice, actually, but I'm not a big fan of it. I think the last time I ate sushi was a friend of mine's. Me and my friend Lynette. We actually went to go see it chapter two. And that was the last time I ate sushi because she was a sushi eater. Yeah, COVID closed a lot of things down. I haven't been to Franklin Mills Mall and God knows. I haven't been to Franklin Mills Mall, yeah, since actually COVID, yeah. Yes. Yeah, so it's been about good 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Maybe, maybe longer. COVID closed down a lot of stores because I heard like the the GameStop in Franklin Mills Mall is actually no longer there. Fye. I used to buy movies there because they had like $5 Blu-rays and stuff like that. That is no longer there. That's no longer there. Yeah, a lot of stores closed down. It's kind of sucked, man. It's like, the mall used to be the hangout place back in the old days. We used to always be like, let's just hang out at the mall, like cut school and hang out at the mall. like like actually that was our go-to. That really sucks. He signals for his check and thanks the bartender for the info. This one, I wanted to foreshadow. So I wanted to do a lot of foreshadowing here. So this one is interesting because I wanted this to be like my hook to get people interested. So I kind of like added this thing in here because like I have an outline, but I don't have like that is the thing. Like I should have written down like a more better outline because I do have an outline. Um, I don't know why I have this open twice, but like I do have a character. Like I do have a basic outline here, which I don't want to show because I don't want to spoil a lot, because that's a lot of spoilers here. But I do have an outline. I was working on it yesterday, actually. I made some I made some corrections and stuff like that. But yeah, so I really want to do more. Um, oh yeah, 2022, 2023 GameStop had that market craze. Oh my god, it was actually I haven't seen a GameStop full in a while. Actually, no. The GameStop in Cotman. I was there the other day, and because they were doing they're actually on Black Friday sales, and that GameStop was actually packed. That was the first time in a while I seen like a GameStop full of people. I was like, holy crap! Like people still go to GameStop. I was shocked. People still go to actually GameStop. Like I remember when their stocks dropped to like $5, and like you could buy GameStop stocks for like $5. That was a while ago, but they bounced back. But yeah, it was Pokemon cards actually. Yeah, the line the line was for Pokemon cards, and there was a lot of lines for Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7. So actually, yeah, Pokemon cards, Call of Duty, and Black Ops. Yep. Which kind of sucks because I hate Call of Duty. I hate Black Ops 7. I was playing it the other day, and God, those too many cheaters. Sorry. Oh, so this one, we are back to the crime scene. This one, this one is. Where did I get this idea from? Where did I get this idea from? I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember. What was this from? It's like there was so many. Like I took so many inspirations, like because I was watching how like I was watching and reading. Like there was another like actually what was I reading? What was I reading? I forgot what book I was reading actually. Because I have so many like that is the thing. I have so many books that I have to finish reading too. And yeah, so the smell of burnt. This one is very because this is where we start. So this is where I started. So this is where I really stopped at. So this is like the main part of the story where you finally get to like introduce your main characters, kind of their philosophies. So this is where I got into. So like so uh, I guess my mentality is should I keep this novel very cop show like with the romance and the supernatural as a side piece, or should it be supernatural romance first and then like cop show later? So still trying to lean more into that, like supernatural cop show supernatural or supernatural romance stuff and stuff like that. You know, kind of like some like morbid humor. So all of this was to kind of establish the characters and stuff like that, their personalities. This is where most of it is. Um, so this was kind of funny. You got my badge and clothes. Here's your duffel bag. You know, she goes very not not very modest. She's like, I'm just gonna change right in your car, but if you look at me, just remember I got a gun. So this one, just more establishing, establishing. So this is where I really wanted to showcase that this paragraph is very interesting. So this paragraph goes more into her psychology and like her backstory. So this one, because she's a trauma, so she's a trauma survivor. So basically, like this crime scene triggers like PTSD, almost triggers like memories from from like her own childhood trauma. So almost like a Blair Witch moment. Was I thinking of like the Blair Witch? I don't think I was thinking about Blair Witch, honestly. Um, I honestly don't think I was thinking about Blair Witch Project. What was I thinking about when I was writing this? I'm trying to remember. See, see, this is the hard part about stopping and like starting again, especially when you never made like a proper outline. This is why you should always make an outline. You should always make an outline. Maybe for my next stream, I should do a proper outline. But I really want to get through this chapter first. I really want to get through this chapter first before I make an outline. Because I really want to like, oh, I really want to start this. I really want to finish this novel. I really want to finish this novel so badly. It's not even funny. Oh, I really want to finish this novel so badly. Trying to get to my headspace. What was I thinking about when I was writing this? What was I thinking about when I was writing this? Think. What was I thinking about? Uh, don't rush it. Don't rush it. I was playing Silent Hill. No, was it? No, I wasn't playing Silent Hill. I was. Was I playing Resident Evil? No, 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 no. I've started writing my break. I was on break at my job. That's when I started writing this on my break. Trying to think. Trying to think. Let me think. I know Google. This is what I'm trying to like. Oh, I spelled that wrong. It's better. Let's see. This is like the most frustrating thing in the world. Gonna have to go to the outline again. Ava Morgan. Didn't want to show the outline, but hopefully it wasn't that much spoiler in there. Split second, but not too much of a spoiler. So no Google. I don't know why. I think I have a broken keyboard. Hmm. Really? That's why. I, that's why I should really get myself checked out for like dyslexia or something. Because I like the easiest words I misspell so badly, and it's not even funny. But like complicated words, I could spell them pretty good. But some simple words, I have such a hard time. I don't know if I don't know if it's the keyboard. Trying to see. I don't like that one. Swear to God, I'm the worst writer in like history. You're earning points by watching. Wait, how do you get points by watching? Actually, oh, I think I can see why. It says you're my number one fan. Oh, thank you. Thank you to my number one fan. You're at 75 experience. See, one of these days, I'm gonna have to like message you so that way you could explain all that to actually me. God, my descriptions suck. They're like, really? I put wild instead of white. Jesus. Trying to see. What if not bad? Let's see. Yeah, it's much better. That's a good start. It's so far not that great. I think I like this. And And the new paragraph will be I think that's, is it? We got enough set down, yeah. Guys are online again. This is why having a good outline works. I think it's coming along better than what I thought it would be. I think I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon, right here. I'm just trying to think of the right closings. I think this is probably a good time to end this chapter. Yeah, I think this is a good time to start ending this chapter soon. Yeah, I think we're getting close because I want the next chapter to be. I got the precinct and start introducing the male lead. Yeah, I want him to introduce in chapter 2. So I think we're we're getting close to the end of chapter 1 here. So we're getting to the close of chapter 1. Kind of a bit of excited here. Getting there. Getting there, getting there, getting there. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it here. I think this is probably yeah. Holy crap. Yeah. I think I finished chapter 1. Yeah. I think I finished chapter 1. I finished chapter 1. Holy crap. Holy crap, I finished chapter 1. Yeah. Wow. I think I finished chapter 1. Oh my god, I think I finished chapter 1. Yeah. So here is the first draft of chapter 1. I can't believe I finished. Wow, I can't believe I finally completed this chapter. It only took me a month. It only took me a month because I started writing this last month. But yeah, um, thank you so much, everybody, for whoever watched the stream. Thank you. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Yep, I'll see you guys next week when I hopefully start writing chapter 2. I'm gonna reread this chapter and maybe go over it. But yeah, yeah, I finished chapter 1. So yeah, next week probably gonna do an outline so that way I won't get sidetracked again. Uh, I should have done a proper outline in the beginning, but yeah, I kind of dig where I took this in this chapter. I don't know, I kind of dig it. Started out with a crying scene, very poorly bad first date, and now you know, we established the main character. So yeah, next week outline and maybe chapter 2. So yeah, uh, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much, and let's keep this rolling. Have a good night.